If it had all gone according to plan, Britain would have exited the European Union on the 29th of March and would now be charting its own path single-handedly. But several factors have forced Prime Minister Theresa May to extend the exit to the 31st of October 2019.
Well, for the estimated 160,000 Kenyans in the UK, they are keenly monitoring the developments because it could affect their businesses and way of life when it happens. Waihiga Mwaura recently spoke to some of them in London, and these were their sentiments.
If there ever was an example of how not to do things, then the UK's handling of the Brexit process must surely be at the top. From a referendum held in 2016 in which 51.9% of those voting supported leaving the EU, no one can quite say what happened thereafter, as the UK has had to keep postponing its exit on account of being unprepared. This has had an adverse effect on some Kenyan businesses operating in the United Kingdom.
As a food manufacturer, we import our processing ingredients from different parts of EU as well. Again, these costs are going to be determined by whatever agreement we come up with. So if some of our ingredients come from Spain, some of our ingredients come from Denmark, we process in Spain, for example, we also process in UK and Ireland. So it's the processing side of things that is very unpredictable.
Perez Ochieng and her husband, Sam Ochieng, run Sakoma Global, a company promoting the exportation and access to market for the Kenyan sweet potato, among other products. Their advantage is that their company operates in two markets, the United Kingdom and Kenya, and the latter offers more opportunities post-Brexit.
I think this is a time that Kenyan companies should be looking at developing new relationship with Europe, because most of the companies, especially large manufacturers, will be looking to mitigate their risk, will be looking to reduce their costs. So they're going to be looking at alternative suppliers that can supply quality ingredients.
When Prime Minister Theresa May visited Kenya in August 2018, she promised that Britain was committed to free trade with Kenya after it leaves the European Union. That is a promise the Ochiengs want Kenya to take advantage of.
So I think the opportunity that the Kenya government needs to do is to organize trade missions, mobilize farmers, producers, food manufacturers and other types of manufacturers to come into this country and explore and experience and see the opportunities and benchmark, and then go back and prepare themselves to take the opportunities.
We have had initial discussions with the UK Department of Trade in terms of where we want bilateral agreement to go. They are very open to discussing this. We are very open and eager to get this underway when the time comes.
So when Brexit finally happens, it will allow the United Kingdom to make its own laws again without the interference of the European Union. Now, the reason some people supported Brexit in that majority poll back in 2016 was because they felt that the European Union was too restrictive and they wanted the UK to have more control at the borders and also greater bargaining rights in terms of its own business activities.
In the first place, when people voted for Brexit, I do not think people really understood what they were voting for. People voted blindly with their emotions, because most of the people are voting because of the EU citizenship, and they were voting so that the EU immigrants can live, and they were saying they were taking their jobs, hospital places, school places, housing.
For now, the world can only watch as Britain attempts to exit the European Union in slow motion in what has become a very tedious process that few understand. Waihiga Mwaura, Sunday Live.